75% of engines that die young weren't destroyed by bad oil. They were killed in the 60 seconds after the oil change. Yeah, the moment most people think the job is done is actually when the real danger begins. Quick lube shops know this truth, but they'll never tell you. Your engine is at its weakest right now: dry bearings, air pockets, unsealed filters, forgotten torque. One mistake in these 60 seconds can erase 10,000 miles of life. Today, I'll show you 9 essential things you must do right after every oil change to protect your engine, keep it running smooth for decades, and save yourself thousands in repairs. I've seen engines live past 300,000 miles with these habits, and I've seen others die before 60,000, because someone skipped just one of them. If you care about your car lasting longer than your payments, hit that subscribe button right now. I drop real-world car advice every week that mechanics charge hundreds for. Alright, let's roll. Number 9. Inspect the drain plug and washer. Most people think draining the oil and screwing the plug back in means job done. That's wrong, dangerously wrong. That tiny washer on the plug? It's made of soft copper or aluminum, and it's designed to crush once, sealing the pan tight. Reusing it even once means it won't seal properly again. I've seen engines lose a quart every 1,000 miles just because someone thought a 50-cent washer looked fine. Here's what you do instead. Before reinstalling, inspect the plug threads for metal shavings or dark sludge. That's early warning your engine's wearing from the inside. Then replace that washer every single time. If the plug looks stripped or dull, replace it too. And when tightening, hand snug, not gorilla tight. Over torque it, and you'll crack the oil pan threads. That's a $400 repair for something that takes 2 minutes to prevent. When you're done, always wipe the area clean, start the car, let it idle for half a minute, and slide under with a flashlight. If you see even a single drop forming, shut it off immediately and retighten. Never wait and see. Those few drops can turn into a puddle overnight. Think of this step as your post-surgery checkup for the engine. It's the first test after the operation, and skipping it is how you end up on a tow truck. Number 8. Prime and check the oil filter seal. This one hides in plain sight and can destroy your engine before you make it to the end of your driveway. Every oil filter has a rubber gasket. That small ring is the only thing standing between full oil pressure and a total blowout. The mistake most DIYers make? Screwing it on dry. A dry gasket sticks, twists, and tears as it seats, and when you start the engine, it can spray oil like a fire hose across the hot manifold. Here's how to do it right. Before installing, dip your finger in clean new oil and coat the gasket lightly. This creates a smooth seal and prevents tearing. Then double-check that the old gasket came off with the old filter. You'd be shocked how often 2 gaskets stick together. That's called a double gasket blowout, and it'll dump every drop of oil within seconds of starting up. Once it's clean, tighten the new filter by hand. No wrenches, just snug and a half turn more. Over-tighten it and you'll crush the gasket flat, begging for a leak. I had a customer roll in one day, panic in his eyes, shouting, "My car's smoking, did I blow the engine?" He'd done his own oil change 20 minutes earlier. Burnt oil smell everywhere. When I opened the hood, oil sprayed all over the manifold. Why? He left the old gasket on. That mistake cost him a tow, a deep clean, and nearly his engine. So always prime your filter, confirm your gasket, and make it a ritual. Small details separate careful mechanics from careless ones. If this kind of shop floor honesty is saving you from $1,000 mistakes, you already know what to do. Subscribe for more real-world car wisdom. Because even if your seals are perfect, the real damage can start the moment you hit the ignition. Number 7. Follow the 30-second rule after an oil change. Resist every urge to rev the engine. I know you want to hear it roar, don't? When you first start your car, the oil pump is still filling lines and pushing out air bubbles. Revving spins metal parts before the oil ever gets there. That's how bearings get scarred. Instead, start it and let it idle for 30 seconds. Watch the oil pressure light, it should go off quickly. During that half minute, walk around, listen for any knocks or clicks, and check underneath for leaks. Then shut it down and pull the dipstick. Oil filters usually hold half a quart, so your level might drop slightly once it fills. Top it up if needed. That's what quick lube shops often skip. They just start, park, and hand you keys, and you drive away with a half-empty system. A dry start can cause microscopic scoring on bearings, invisible now, catastrophic later. I once had a Camry owner who'd rev after every oil change to make sure the oil's circulating. 80,000 miles later, the crank bearings were gone. His $2,000 rebuild could have been prevented by 30 seconds of patience. So, remember, engines die quietly. Not from big mistakes, but from small impatience. Number 6. Inspect the PCV system. Here's 90% of drivers never even check, and yet it decides how long your oil actually stays clean. The positive crankcase ventilation valve, PCV, controls pressure inside your engine. When it clogs, oil gets contaminated with moisture, fuel vapors, and acids, turning your clean oil into black sludge. Pull the hose off and shake the valve. If it rattles, you're good. If it doesn't, replace it. $10, 5 minutes. Ignore it, and you'll get leaky gaskets, burning oil smell, and sludge buildup that suffocates your engine from the inside. I once tore apart a Honda Accord that looked like someone poured chocolate pudding inside the head. The owner swore she changed oil religiously. She had, but never touched the PCV valve in 10 years. That $10 part caused $900 worth of sludge cleanup. So, think of your PCV system like your engine's lungs. If it can't breathe, nothing inside can survive. Change it every other oil change, along with your air filter, and you'll never see that sludge horror story. Number 5. Check for leaks around the valve cover. Oil leaks don't always hit the ground. Sometimes they hide, burning away on hot parts long before you see a drop. After every oil change, grab a flashlight and run your hand along the valve cover edges and timing cover. If it feels slick or smells burnt, you've caught it early. Leaking oil burns on the manifold, melts wires, and cooks sensors, turning a 5-minute fix into an $800 repair. One customer came in with a faint burning smell after an oil change. Turned out the tech had spilled a little oil near the cover and never cleaned it. That heat baked the gasket until it failed. So always wipe everything spotless before closing the hood. If you smell burnt oil while stopped at a light, it's already too late. Number 4. Check your oil level again after the first drive. Most people check oil right after shutting the engine off. Mistake. You'll always get a false reading because oil is still circulating. Here's how pros do it. After your first short drive, around 10 minutes, park on level ground. Wait at least 5 minutes for the oil to settle, then pull the dipstick. Now you'll see your real level. Engines trap oil in the galleries and filter during the first run. If you skip this recheck, you might be driving with half a quart missing. That may not seem like much, but oil levels drop fastest right after a change, when the system's still balancing out. Top it off if needed, but don't overfill. Extra oil whips into foam from the crankshaft, turning your lubrication into bubbles. Foam means no pressure. No pressure means metal on metal. If you notice the oil darkening unusually fast after that first crankshaft, it might be cleaning out leftover sludge, a good sign. Just make sure it stabilizes by the next check. This simple habit, checking your level again after the first heat cycle, is what separates seasoned mechanics from weekend DIYers. Number 3. Reset your maintenance light and record the change. You'd be amazed how many people forget this. That little maintenance required or oil change soon light isn't just annoying, it's your reminder system. Reset it right after every oil change. It keeps your intervals consistent, prevents confusion later, and helps you track any patterns in oil consumption. I tell my customers, always log the mileage and date in your phone or notebook. Then write the next due mileage on the oil filter with a paint marker. That way, no matter who opens the hood, they know when it was last serviced. You can even use a small piece of masking tape near your steering column, old school but effective. Engines die when maintenance turns into guesswork. Documentation turns your car into a system. And systems don't fail, habits do. Number 2. Listen and observe the first 5 minutes. Right after your oil change and initial idle test, your engine will tell you everything you need to know, if you actually listen. A healthy engine should sound smooth, rhythmic, and quiet. But if you hear ticking, rattling, or a hollow thump that fades after a few seconds, it means your oil is still filling the lifters or tensioners. That's fine, but if the sound stays, stop driving and check again. Also, look for faint smoke or a burning smell. It could just be residue oil burning off, or it could mean a slow leak that'll worsen with heat. Keep your eye on the oil pressure light for the first 5 minutes of driving. If it flickers or stays on longer than normal, something's wrong, either low oil level, wrong viscosity, or a clogged pickup screen. I once had a guy drive 30 miles home ignoring a flickering light. When he brought it back, his engine was knocking so loud it sounded like a hammer drill. $3,800 gone, all because he trusted the car more than his ears. So take 5 quiet minutes after every oil change, listen, smell, and observe. That's the cheapest diagnostic tool you'll ever own. Number 1. Do a post-service leak and pressure check after 24 hours. Here's the final habit almost nobody does, and it's the one that truly doubles your engine's life. The next morning, when the engine's cold, grab a clean paper towel and check under the car for any fresh drips. Then start it, let it idle for 30 seconds, and check again. Oil leaks that don't show up right away often reveal themselves overnight when the metal contracts. Catching them early prevents catastrophic pressure loss. If you own a scan tool or OBD monitor, look at your oil pressure readings over time. Small drops between changes mean wear is beginning, not in years, but in months. And here's a pro tip. Use a white shop towel to dab around your oil filter base, drain plug, and valve cover. Even the faintest golden ring means a seep is starting. I call this the 24-hour truth test, because the engine might lie to you hot, but it never lies cold. Bonus habit. Warm up before draining next time. If you want your oil change to do its best job next time, start it right before draining. Warm oil flows better, carries contaminants out, and cleans the crankcase more thoroughly. Cold oil leaves behind sludge. Just don't make it too hot, you want it warm, not boiling. Run the engine for 3 to 5 minutes before draining, then let it sit another minute. Perfect temp, perfect flush. Final thoughts: doing an oil change isn't what keeps your engine alive. Doing what comes after does. Engines don't fail because of bad luck. They fail because people rush, skip, or assume. Follow these 9 post-change rituals and you'll do more for your car's longevity than any premium oil ever could. You'll feel the difference in smoother startups, lower temps, and 0 leaks. If this video saved you from even one costly mistake, hit that subscribe button right now because I've got more real-world, no-nonsense car care tips dropping every week. This is not theory. It's shop floor truth from engines I've actually fixed, not ones I've just read about. Take care of your oil, take care of your habits, and your engine will take care of you.